tell you guys. 3. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libra Reviews. I'm Charlene. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. So we are here today to talk about Joseline's Cabaret, all right? Joseline's Cabaret, California. It is back on our screens, okay? And I'm excited. You know, I really enjoy watching Joseline's Cabaret. It is the reason why I downloaded Zeus to begin with, all right? And I've been watching Joseline Hernandez for many a year. She's a key to me. She's crazy and she's TV gold, all right? So let's get into the episode. Episode 1 of Joseline's Cabaret, California. These hoes talking about, okay? So the episode opens up with beef between Hennessy and Joseline. Now, I don't know where the hell I be at. I must be under a rock literally because I don't know any of the beef that's going on. It was unbeknownst to me that Hennessy and Joseline had fell out, all right? And apparently Joseline got into it with Hennessy at the Puerto Rican parade that they have in New York or whatever. Joseline had a floaty. You know, Joseline was doing her thing. Joseline was doing her thing on the floaty, and she had her girls with her, and Hennessy ended up getting into it with Joseline. Now, I don't really know what they were getting into it for. I guess Hennessy like showed up to the parade late, and that's why Joseline was pissed off at her. I mean, that's not really too far-fetched because I feel like Joseline, she don't play that shit. So it's just like, bitch, if I tell you to be here at a certain time, your ass better be here. Now, mind you, from what I know, I think Hennessy got like a couple of kids. Hennessy got a couple of kids. She probably fucking a nigga or two. Miss Thing probably had to take care of some business. You know what I'm saying? So she came late. And Hennessy gave me from last season that she was a crash out. And she was going to be cool with Joseline, and she was going whatever with Joseline. But at the end of the day, Hennessy was going to go toe-to-toe with Joseline, like, period. Like, I could kind of see that brewing. Because Hennessy gives me the energy where it's just like, she's not going to put up with too much. Like, she'll be cool with the disrespect and, you know, the controllingness of Joseline, but she ain't going to deal with it too long. So that's what I think they fell out for. Like, Joseline was mad that Hennessy was late to the performance, and when Joseline was trying to reprimand her, Hennessy wasn't trying to hear it. She ended up getting into it with Oceans. Oceans popped Hennessy for Joseline. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, I was kind of confused on why Drea and Danny didn't jump in. Drea and Danny, they jump in any other time, multiple times, and to fight other people to stand up for Joseline. So I was just like, what made this situation different? But it made sense later on in the episode when Joseline said that they were friends. And I'm like, okay, that probably does make sense on why they felt a little hesitant about jumping in with the situation with Hennessy. But then Drea and Danny fight each other. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah. Oh, Hennessy is done. Now, Joseline was very upset with Drea and Danny because she felt like Oceans jumped in to fight Hennessy on Joseline's behalf, but Drea and Danny didn't. Now, like I said, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was kind of thrown off as well by that because I'm like, y'all fight everybody else. Why wouldn't you jump in? But whatever. So they get off the floaty or whatever. Joseline's reprimanding Danny and Drea, of course, because like I just said, like, why would y'all not jump in? Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all been with her the longest, pretty much, like, out of all the girls, I think. Maybe besides Miss Natural. Miss Natural probably been here before, but whatever. So that was pretty much that. Whatever. Kicked off the season. Hennessy is finito. They even blurred out Miss Hennessy's face. I'm like, damn, like, and she will never seen again. Okay, they blurred Miss Mama's out like Hennessy is done, so whatever. So then they showed the music video, okay? The music video for I Like the Way That You Are. Not I Like the Way That You Are. The music video for I Like the Way You Are. I like the way you are. Okay. Oh, let me move my camera. So, I'm not gonna lie. The music video was super, super fly. Like, I loved the concept. I loved the dancing. You know, I love like the different characters. Like, it was interesting. You know, you had a grandma in there. You know, it was a cool video. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, when I hear the song "I Like You the Way You Are," it gives me like Island Beachy kind of vibes. It doesn't really give me like Cowboy Carter vibes, but nonetheless, it was a really nice video. Joseline looked amazing. Neek was drunk. I could tell by how Neek was dancing in the lineup. Neek was drunk. Neek was drunk. But it's cool that the music video was very cute. So they go to the house. The house is fabulous. Okay, they staying in some big ass house in the California hills, somewhere, whatever. Very cute apartment. Like, I mean, shit, not apartment. Very cute house or whatever for the girls. She sits down. She's talking to Ballistic and Melissa. Now, Melissa, she's cool, but I'm not even gonna lie. I went to go see a cabaret show in my city where I'm located, and I saw Melissa standing outside, looking like one of the bodyguards. And I said, "Hi, Melissa. Hi, Melissa." And she was ignoring us. Like, she was ignoring the crowd. She was ignoring me. And I was like, "Bitch, I know you hear me." So ever since then, I was just kind of like, girl, like, you're on TV. Like, you're at a club appearance for the artist that you're working for. Like, be interactive. So that's neither here nor there, though. Joseline sitting down with Melissa and Ballistic or whatever. She's talking about having a baby. I don't think Joseline's ready to have no damn baby. I'm just gonna say that. I don't think that Joseline is ready to have a child. I feel like it's just fodder for the show. Could I see her having a kid? Maybe in a couple of years when she's a little older, more settled. I don't know. But I think it's fodder. That bitch ain't having no goddamn kids. So Joseline discusses Hennessy, Drea, and Danny, okay? Now, she pretty much said the same thing. Hennessy, you know, she said, "I kicked that bitch in her pussy." One thing about Joseline, she's not the most intellectual speaker, but she does say some catchy, interesting statements like, "Oh yeah, I kicked the bitch in her pussy," like, or some way she said it. I'm like, okay, Joseline. But yeah, she pretty much saying the same thing. Drea and Danny didn't jump in, but the white girl Oceans jumped in, okay? And let me go back. Hold on, wait. Oh, I don't even know how I forget this. Let's take it back to the goddamn fight. Oceans, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm just gonna make a suggestion. Lay off of the glue and wigs. Lay off of the glue and wigs. Oceans, when her wig got snatched off by Henny, Miss Mama's hairline was back here. Now, I don't know if that's a natural hairline or if that's a hairline that she got from wearing the glue and wigs. Traction alopecia is what they call it. Now, Oceans, I know a lady in my city. She makes glueless lace front wigs, custom. Okay, you're gonna pay some money for them, but she measures your head and she literally makes them, and you can take it on and off. You don't have to glue them, and that's really for all the ladies, really, because the glue and wigs is taking y'all edges completely out. And I'm not here as the president of the edges committee. Okay, I'm still getting my hairline together. My hairline is under construction as well, okay? We're all on our hair journey here. But I'm just saying, Oceans, the glue wigs, lay off of a girl. Like, when she was walking down the street with Joseline after that fight, and I saw her hairline was back here, I was like, and I think Miss Mama's in her 20s. I'm like, girl, you should not be on TV looking like George Jefferson in your 20s. And she's white. Like, girl, I know you trying to be black and, like, you know, be down and be whatever, but it's okay to be a white girl. It's okay to be who you are, what you are. You have long hair. It might be thin, but you have hair. Just be a white girl, wear your hair, because you trying to get down with the sisters. And see, you don't know the tricks that we know. And it shows. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on for Oceans. So, Joseline introduces the cast. Okay, the cast that's going to be on this season, pretty much the OGs, like the people that have been on the cast in the past. Of course, Danny and Drea, blah 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 blah. Oceans, you know, she's coming back. Des, you know, Des was the Dominican, you know, mommy or whatever. Showgirl Neek. Now, Joseline did mention that there was something that had went down, I think with Des and Neek in Paris. I'm sure we'll get into that more in the season. Miss Natural is coming back, okay? I love Miss Natural. I think she's entertaining. I think she's a great dancer, and, you know, she definitely will get you through a cold night, you know, if you know what I mean. But Miss Natural, she said something when she said, oh, Joseline's Cabaret has become something. Girl, Joseline's Cabaret is the same Joseline's Cabaret that it was when you were on season 2 and season 3 and whenever the fuck else you was on there. So, girl, don't try to pull it. You know what I mean? But I get it. Are you saying that what? Because you not on there? I get that. But, girl, don't try to. The hoes is still dancing. The hoes is still fighting. The hoes is still getting cussed out by Joseline. Ain't nothing new going on, Miss Natural. So don't try to pull that. T-Love is coming back. Now, T-Love was on this season with Egypt, but Joseline said that T-Love's sister beat up Miss Natural so bad that she peed on herself. Once again, I'm out the loop because that is the first time I've heard about that. That never popped up on my timeline, nothing. Like, I never heard of that. So I'm like, what the hell? So I'm pretty sure that's going to be juicy later on this season. Egypt is coming back. Joseline said that she don't like Egypt. And then Melissa was over there grunting that she didn't like Egypt. Melissa, are you just mad because Egypt was a lesbian with that real big girl in that relationship and she wasn't in the relationship with you? Is that why you're mad, Melissa? Why don't you like her, Melissa? Because Egypt wouldn't let you lick her cootie cat? I'm interested to know why Joseline and Melissa don't like Egypt. Miss Isis is coming back. Lexi Gold is coming back. Envy Erica. Yeah! Envy Erica's coming back. And Miss Chinks is coming back. I think Chinks is so pretty too. So those are the old girls, the OGs coming back. And there's that. So Joseline mentioned that there's gonna be old girls that's coming back, new girls that's coming back, and the new girls are going to be attending some like party that she's gonna be throwing. So then Joseline FaceTimes Drea, cusses her like a dog, and tells her to bring her ass down with Danny and Oceans down to the pool so that they can talk some more, and Joseline can cuss them out for not fighting Hennessy and uplift Oceans for fighting Hennessy. Drea said that she didn't want to fight Hennessy on the floaty because she didn't want to fight in front of the children. Bullshit, Drea. You know that's a goddamn motherfucking lie. You just didn't want to fight Drea because you didn't want to fight Henny because you and Henny formed a bond and you really, really liked Henny and you didn't want to jump in for that reason. Like, let's just call it what it is. You ain't worried about no goddamn kids when you sitting on the floaty with your face to the cement and your ass to the sky, popping that moose knuckle up and down on that floaty in front of those kids. I'm not judging you. But girl, don't get holier than thou now. If they can see your cooter at a 45-degree axis off of the floaty, pop, locking, and dropping it, girl, you could have fought. So when she said that, that's when I was really like, okay, girl, no, you was cool with Henny. Girl, fight in front of the kids. You fight your own TV. Girl, hush. You didn't want to fight because you are cool with Henny, and that's cool. But, like, just call a spade a spade. Drea and Danny come down. So Danny now comes and Danny joins. Now, Danny's looking a little rough. I feel like Danny never really, like, gets it right, like, with her looks or whatever. But I feel like she's looking stressed. She's looking drained. I don't know what's going on with Miss Mamas, but she might need to take a break from this. But nonetheless, Danny comes down. She, was she shoeless? I don't know. I don't think so at this time. But she comes down and she's all apologetic to Joseline. And Joseline's cussing her out, cussing her like a dog too, just like she did Drea. And she's like, you betrayed me. How much money have you made since you've been working with me? How much money have you made over the last 6, 5, 8 months or whatever? She gonna say 50,000. At first, excuse me. At first she said 15,000, and then she said 50,000, and I'm like, 50,000. And now Joseline's getting mad because she knows that that's kind of like a low number. So she's even getting mad. She's like, bitch, like, why you acting like you don't know? Why you acting like you don't know, like, the amount of money that you made? She asked Drea, how much money did you make? She said, I made almost 80,000. Better, but my whole thing is sisters, let me tell you something. Let me give you a little piece of advice. You can go sit your ass down somewhere for a 2-year program. Get yourself a degree. You can get yourself a job down with the city. And you can be tickling the ass crack of $100K, sitting in the air-conditioned box, pressing buttons, girl. When you get off work, you can do Pilates, you can go to the spa. You'll still have time to take care of your kids. You'll still have time to hang out, drink, do whatever you want to do. But all of that for $50K? Now, it might just be their passion. If that's what you like, whatever. Okay, you're a dancer, whatever, that works for you. But in my humble opinion, sisters, like, girl, like, you can make way more money working down at the city. Working down for the city, any city. Get you a city job, get you a nice certification, get you a nice degree, go down to the city. You'll have benefits, you'll have universal time, you'll have PTO, you'll get annual raises. Sometimes you'll get retro pay. I mean, you can take off. Really good 401k plans. Amazing health insurance. I'm not getting my ass beat going city to city, to and fro, working on my knees, bouncing my ass, getting my ass beat, cussed out, on TV, doing all this for $50K. You can get you a job down at the city, ladies. Like, I'm just saying. Drea swings on Danny. Now, what the like? I'm with Joseline on this. Like, y'all doing all of that, and really, like, y'all gonna do that, Danny. Drea, why are you fighting Danny? I don't understand why these bitches be fighting each other. Like, I don't get it. Why are y'all fighting each other? Dre's like, she's just annoying me, blah, blah, blah. So, like, are y'all not friends? I don't think they're friends. Are they not friends? They can be friends. Because ain't no way you going to be my friend and you just bopping me, fighting me, bloodying my nose. I don't know, child. Dre and Danny are some fucking weirdos. Ocean comes down. Of course, she's popping her shit. She got the wig on. She has a wig on. Oceans, I'm telling you. DM me on my Instagram, or you can hit me up on YouTube. DM me. I know a girl. She makes custom wigs. They get snatched off anyway. Y'all wigs get snatched off. You can get you a custom wig. It fits. It looks just like a fucking goddamn. It looks natural. It's beautiful. You put on your head, and that's that. Because, please, the glue-ins have to stop. Like, literally. Ocean fights Danny. Snooze fest. I mean, at one point it looked like Danny was getting Oceans, then it looked like Oceans was getting Danny, then they fought again. Nobody cares about them fighting. At the end of the day, y'all bitches really should have fought Henny, because y'all already know how Joseline give it up. Joseline is either you're on my side or you're not on my side at all. Period. Like, so, and y'all know that. Y'all been with this bitch for mad seasons, for multiple seasons. And so, and you've been with her on and off filming. So you know how Joseline is. Like, stop fighting each other and get it together. So basically Joseline starts crying and she talks about how, like, she doesn't trust Danny, she doesn't trust Drea, whatever. Then Joseline says she was put on the earth to save bitches like Danny. I love Joseline's confidence. I will say that. Like, Joseline, you know, and I've said this in the past, you know, I really do genuinely respect Joseline because Joseline always wanted to be a musician and entertainer, and people made fun of her. And regardless of whether you think that her music is good or not, she literally stayed consistent, and she is doing the damn thing. So she is funny, and you have to only respect one that thinks so highly of themselves in that way, and they're so confident in themselves that they, you know, are gonna get whatever they want no matter what. So I love that. But girl, you was put on this earth to save bitches like Danny, Andrea, if you say so. So the ladies are arriving. The ladies are arriving. So you got some of the old girls, some of the new girls mixing. They have 2 sprinters. So they put, you know, some old girls on and new girls on one sprinter, some old girls and new girls on another sprinter. Neek is on the sprinter with, I think, Miss Natural. And then there's like a couple of new girls. I didn't really get too deep into the new girls because I feel like we're gonna like get to know them more and more. You know, you got a girl from Baltimore, you got a girl from DC, you got a wrestler, you got a girl from Magic City on there. You got the one girl from Reddit Tat, the girl from Erica Mena's dating show that's on there. Now they got another girl on there that has a lot of tattoos, and she's like a dancer, she's like a stripper. I thought she was Rat-a-tat, but there's 2 girls on there that look like Rat-a-tat or whatever. But so there's like new girls, like we'll get to know them like more and more, blah blah blah. But Rat-a-tat did call out the one girl from Baltimore or whatever, and was just like, you said something about the OGs, blah 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 blah. And the girl was like, let's be very motherfucking clear, like, bitch, I didn't say it just for the OGs, like I said for everybody. Like, I don't care about any of y'all because we're here to get money, like it's a competition or whatever. But you could tell Neek and Miss Natural were like in the corner looking at her like, what are you talking about, girl? Like, get it together. So yeah. Now, Zeus, y'all know, and Joseline's Cabaret production, y'all know y'all was dead wrong for putting Chinks and Lexi Gold onto the same sprinter. Like, you knew damn well what y'all was doing with that, because Lexi still wants to get her lick back with Chinks for what Chinks said last reunion or whatever, saying that Lexi was like sex trafficking. I don't want to say the whole thing because I don't want like my channel to be like whatever, striked or whatever. But Chink said that Lexi Blow was like doing something with girls that were not of age, like on some pimping type stuff, like whatever. So Lexi Blow wanted to get her lick back, and as soon as she got on the buzz, very shortly thereafter, they got the blows or whatever. Now, these are some big ass water buffalo, goddamn big ass hippopotamus ass bitches. These bitches are some big asshole bitches. You know what I mean? You could tell the bitch from Magic City. Now, the bitch from Magic City, she was all scared. She didn't even know where to go and shit. This might not be the show for you, Miss Magic City. Because, girl, you weren't even the one in the fight. You weren't even the one fighting or getting attacked. And she was trying to get out of the window. So I was like, girl, I don't know. You wanted to grow some tougher skin. But they get the fighting, blah, 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 blah. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's the episode. Like, I'm excited. Like, you know, of course they show, like, clips of, like, what the season is going to be about. So we're going to get into why Showgirl Neek and Des was beefing with Joseline. We're going to see, you know, T-Love and Miss Natural fight. We're going to see Egypt go at whoever she goes at. I mean, the new girls. So this season is going to be everything, and I will be reviewing this season. I will try to stay consistent with it because I really do enjoy Joseline's Cabaret, and I feel like a lot of my followers do like when I do the commentary on Joseline's Cabaret and like Zeus stuff. So I will try to stay consistent, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Until next time, deuces.